Hey everybody, Ken here. Rod asked me to do a video to show you a couple things you can edit when you create a video. So if you've already tried Loom and created some videos, I'm going to show you how to put in a title and then fade in and out at the end of your video. So the first thing you have to do is have a video created in Loom. So you go to open up your Google. You should have the Loom extension here. You can right click on it and go into Loom for Chrome. All right, you can see here I've got a couple of videos. I'm going to just click on this one. So you just click on it normally. It takes you to that video. You can edit here, but really the only thing Loom lets you do is kind of cut pieces of it out. We want to be able to do more than that. So you click here, this little download button, and it will download the video to your computer. So you click download. And the size of the video matters, so the bigger the video, the longer it takes. But this one is done. So a couple ways around it. If you're using Chrome, you can go to Show All, and then go to the folder. And you can see this one here. It's the newest one. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to cut it and put it on my desktop just for easier access. Paste. Because this is still on your Loom account, the original video, you can download it again whenever you want. So the program we need for this is Lightworks, and in the same part of the stream that I'm placing this video, I will put a doc and put the link for Lightworks. You would just need to know what version of Windows you have, if it's 64-bit or 32-bit. When you open Lightworks for the first time, you'll be asked for a username and password. It does not matter what that is. You can just make one up, and it will store it for a period of time, and then in the future you'll be asked for it again. It's a free program, and most of the bells and whistles in it we have access to. So open that up. And these are your projects. So they're basically folders. So if we click here, create a new project, this is just my edit, so my video edit demo. And frame rate, I just choose auto and I create. So now my workspace. So we need a video to work with. So you go to local files, and mine is defaulted to desktop, but if you go to places, you can search through here, see if your desktop is there. You might have to go through your C drive. Everybody's computer is a little bit different. So you can see that the video I just downloaded is here. So I'm going to double click on it, or I can go here and click import. And now it's imported. Okay, so if you go back to your local files, you can see it tells you that it was imported. So you don't do it twice. So this file, now this video is in my project. So if I want to edit it, or I want to do some editing, you have to tell the program which files you want to edit. You could have a bunch of videos here and link them all together. But I just want to edit one for today. And when you drag it over here, this is kind of the editing software. You can see it has a video stream and an audio stream. They separate them. So we're going to work with these, but we want to add effects to it. So in order to add, you got to go to VFX. Okay, and we're just going to put in a couple of things. We're going to put in a title at the beginning and a fade out at the end. And remember, if you're doing a video and you're talking through it, you can set it up and however you like. So this little red bar just scrolls through my video. You can see there, right? So the video itself is 1 minute and 7 seconds. I want to put a title right at the beginning, but I don't want it to overlap my video, so I need to give it some space. So you can slide these around, right? So I'm just going to give it a little bit of space at the beginning, but then see how the red bar jumps? So you want to put that back. So up here you get your choices. You can put in various different things, but I'm just going to put in a title. You can do a roll for like a credits or some other things going on there, but essentially I just want a black title at the beginning. So I double click, the title will join up with my slideshow. So now my title is 14 seconds, and that's way too long. So what I want to do, you can see these little white brackets. So that's the end. So I want to kind of click there. So again, right, we got to be, I'll see how all of them are highlighted. So when I click there yellow, that means that's active now. So I can drag, I should be able to drag that over. And this program is a little finicky. So I just want the title side of it. So I only need this about 2 seconds. Doesn't have to be perfect. And if you find it's getting too small, see how really small this is? You can zoom in and it's much easier to drag. And you can see the time now gets more spread out. So that's 2 seconds. I'm going to leave that like that. Then I got to get rid of the yellow so I can see now I can play through it. So title for 2 seconds and then jumps to your slideshow or your video. So you can see the audio, whatever audio you had there stayed with the video part. It didn't get overwritten by the title. And if you notice this little box up here, we can put the title in. So this is a Comtech slideshow. Alright, so that's the title. Now what I want to do though, I don't like just to automatically flick from one to the other. I like a transition. So I want to transition a little fade in. So I'm going to transition from here. So again, you got to get the little white bar and you want to be right on top of it there, and you want to right click and you should see transition. It can be finicky if you're a little bit off. You're not going to get that, like if I do it here, no transition. So you really got to kind of be right where you want it. And I want to add a dissolve, but not to here. I got to get it from here. That means you're starting where you clicked and you're going away from it. So 75 seconds from there and dissolve. So now from the title, right, so you get your title, and then instead of just jumping, you get a little fade in. Right, and then we can do the same thing at the end. So if we scroll right over to the end, I should have zoomed out first. Yeah, I'm just going to zoom out. Right, and we do the same thing, but now we're dissolving to the end. So again, you want to get right on top of it. Right click. We want to dissolve, but this time we're going to here. And 75 seconds is not seconds, frames, and that just gives you the length. You can have it shorter or longer. So again, a dissolve, instead of using the word fade, to use dissolve. And now we've got a fade out at the end. And that's pretty much it when it comes to just a couple little edits there. So I'm not going to play it the whole way through, but you get your title, start playing, fades into your video. You do whatever you have to do in here, video, get to the end, and you fade out. Just looks a little more professional, I guess. Alright, so that's done. Now what we want to do is create that video. So if you go right click and export, you can see down here it's the options, but we don't have access to it because that's part of the subscription. However, YouTube just creates a regular video, and then it'll be up to you to upload it to YouTube. So we can do that. We don't have to. We will in this case because I want to show you how to share it. So the folder again is my desktop. That's default from my computer, but you would have to go in, and usually a shortcut would be your desktop anyway. Okay, so click OK there, and then I'm going to call this again my video edit test. Or sorry, demo. And we start. So I just leave everything else alone. And again, the longer the video, the longer this takes. So I wanted a short video for this. So this will create a new video with the edits and the effects on my desktop. So you can see this little means it's not done yet. So then what you want to do, unfortunately we can't put it back on Loom. We need another option. That's where YouTube comes in. So Google and YouTube communicate really well together, and you can link things from YouTube to your classroom very, very quickly. The only thing is you need a channel. And when it comes to YouTube, as you can see, if you're already signed in with your NLSD account, you should have this little camera here, and all we want to do is upload a video. The first time you do this, you may have to put in some information to create your channel, but essentially a channel is just a folder where you store your videos. So I'm going to go back to my desktop, or I'm going to select files here, and that file should be created now. So I just go to my desktop, and I always paranoid, so I always edit by date. So the newest file, my video edit demo, and double click that, and it will upload to YouTube. So that is the name of it. Now there's two things you have to do here. One, you can hit next, and it will ask you, is it made for kids? So yes, it's made for kids, any videos we create. And then next, and next again. And here's where you get the options. Private is basically if you just want to store there for you to work with, only you can do that. Unlisted is if you share the link, the people who have the link can use it or see it, but nobody who searches on YouTube will find it. And then public is anybody who searches for your video will be able to find it, but I just use public, it's just easier, so there's no issues when someone's trying to view it. And then you publish. Here's the link, so if you want to copy it and if you wanted to add it to your Google Classroom, email it to your students, then that's how you would share it. So now you have a published video on YouTube. It's public. You can change it at any time, but just if you want people to watch it, you need to keep it public. These three dots will allow you to get the link if you want to share it, download it, or delete it. And you can actually view it on the YouTube viewer or the regular YouTube website by clicking here as well. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. You can create a video with Loom, download it, edit it with Lightworks, and then put it on YouTube to publish.